So as you just saw, D-Russ just had some ice in his veins. 1.8 second left. We're down 2. Let's see what happens.
Ingram will bring it in. You gotta figure they're going to Russell. Ingram having trouble, gets it to Russell. 3 for the win.
Oh my God! Oh my God! What? Oh yes! What? Oh, Laker Nation! Let's get this! Ice in his veins! Bro, ice in my veins! Ice in my veins! Ice in my veins! Bro, Laker Nation out here!
This guy didn't want to record it.
Yo, I'm gonna cut it off now. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Sami, aka Laker Boy Ace.
What up, everybody? It's Laker boy Waldo back at it again.
And man, what a showing by D-Lo and the Lakers.
Ice in my veins. He got ice in his veins,
Man,
everybody.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
That's cool.
That video you just saw, I wasn't about to record that.
Yeah, this fool. This fool over here. I was like, yo, Sami, bro, my phone's dying. I can't vlog this anymore. Yo, you need to record this 1.8 seconds. What did you say?
It's Brick City out here.
He's like, nothing's gonna happen. Brick City out here. Dude, we lost.
But listen, can you blame me? Y'all that saw the first half, you know what I'm talking about. And also, when that guy in Philly just hit that shot.
McConnell, yeah. But thank me, everybody, because we would not have that reaction if it wasn't for me.
You're right.
All right. Hey, ice in my veins.
Ice in my veins.
Yes,
big
ice
time.
in my veins, 100%.
So, this leads into the topic perfectly. We're going to talk about all the players that had ice in their veins and also the players that had no ice in their veins. So, let's get right into it.
Let's do it. So, obviously, the man of the match, the person.
Russell.
We talking about Russell first.
Yes,
let's start off with what he was strong at. For me, personally, I know the turnovers is very frustrating. We'll get to that.
Oh, yes, we will.
But what I like the most, we're ranking it from strongest to weakest.
Yeah. Yep.
So the number one thing I liked the most from him was his resilience.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you started cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know that people are looking at this guy and saying, is he really the future right now? Because he doesn't look like it. Yeah, you know in your head that everybody on Twitter is bashing you, including me and Sami, about turnovers.
Yeah.
You know that. But you still had the mindset, the ideology, that Mamba mentality to be, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing my game. My field goal's not great. I'm going to keep shooting. And I'm gonna try to make this work out. That, personally, to me, really showed that he can be a leader if he wants to.
And going off that, I think D'Angelo Russell did a great job using all of his fundamentals to his truest potential. And I know it wasn't 100%, but he's showing that he's getting there. The guy's 6'6" with a mid-range who can hit threes. And on top of that, he has a great court vision. Yeah. And he was showing us that, he's aware of that. He knows how to put that all into effect.
Right.
And when we're talking about the turnovers early in the game, that was just a mere warm-up.
Right.
So it's just a matter of D-Russ getting a hang of the pace of a game, just learning how to pace his offense, because after all, he is the facilitator on the team. Also, D-Lo, he can shoot threes. He is ice cold when it comes to there. As you guys saw, he hit that dagger in the end. So I only think it gets better from here. Obviously, he needs to improve on the shot selection, but man, dude's cold.
Right.
Dude's cold.
And my second strongest thing I want to talk about him, his quickness. Everyone's saying, what? Like, he's not athletic. This is a big difference me and Sami were talking about. There's one thing about fast, like I'm talking about John Wall fast, and there's another thing about being quick.
Yep.
Fast is when you could blow someone by with just sheer athleticism. That's fast. Quick is when you use what you got to get by your players. That takes more basketball IQ than anything. And that's one thing I noticed Russell has been doing very, very well. Something that he's very, focused on in the offseason, and it's shown. If we look at the footage, this guy has penetrated a lot.
Big time.
He does a little penetrate, go to the left, fake it,
Yeah.
And then let the big man stop for a second and then lay it in. It's beautiful to me. It's beautiful.
And I've noticed he uses his physicality to his advantage.
Yeah.
He's been really good in the post.
Right.
Shout out to Eddie Starr. We actually had that discussion with him where he said he's going to improve in the post, and that he did. I expected him to. I mean, if you saw him last season, he was doing a great job, but he could obviously do better. And as of now, man, he's improved a lot. And I think going into the future of the NBA, where it's more three-point heavy, he can take a lot of the point guards into the paint and just dominate.
And that's the lost art these days. I mean, obviously, we as Laker fans and Laker Nation have been blessed to see the Mamba himself do that. But I mean, there's not many players these days in this new NBA. The Steph Curry, let me just take.
Let alone the point guard.
Yeah. There's not many people that do it these days. So I mean, if you look at the tape, we're gonna keep talking about the tape because that's our evidence right now.
Exactly.
If you look at the tape, the way he uses the strength, his lower body. Like, I mean, there was a play where he pushed McConnell down.
Yeah.
And no foul because it's his hips. That's what, I know, old Laker, not legend, but Laker fan favorite, Devin George, he said, the way you move defenders off you, not by your hands, that's obviously a foul, is by your hips. Yeah. And that's one of the things I've also used as a basketball player, and that's very important. Yeah.
Little D'Lo right here, huh? All right, so we've been really on the bright side of D'Angelo Russell's game.
Willingly, deservingly. I mean, he does have ice in his veins.
After a year of receiving a lot of doubt and hate, I'm really happy he got the shine that he deserved tonight.
Right.
But, you can't have all the shine without the darkness. So let's get right into it. His turnovers. It's a big issue. I tweeted in the beginning of the game saying that, man, I'm worried. People are like, why are you worried? But that's only because they saw the second half of the game. If you saw the first half of the game against the New Orleans Pelicans, it was bad, man. I was really worried because he just didn't make the right decisions. He seemed a bit reckless, and reason being, honestly, it might have been because he wanted to prove too much at that one point. He didn't know how to separate different parts of his game, and that's obviously going to be developed with the coach.
And, speaking of coaches, I actually want to bring this up. Ben Simmons today also had a bunch of turnovers.
Oh, it was nasty. Larry Nance Jr., shout out to you, boy.
Shout out to you, though. But I want to call out Montverde Academy high school coach, the guy who has coached Ben Simmons and D'Angelo Russell.
Yep.
Every NBA player gets their fundamentals in high school. And I don't know. Yeah, you guys won state championships off talent. But I don't know what you were doing, sir, because both of those primary ball handlers do not know how to take care of the ball. They don't. Even Ben Simmons and LSU, and especially now when you have higher caliber players guarding you, Ben and D'Lo cannot keep the ball. I don't know.
Definitely.
It's very frustrating. I don't know what they were thinking. It's just very frustrating. Neither of them had that fundamental, and I really hope, with their talent and their IQ, they're able to build that, especially D'Lo. I mean, think about it. First play of the game.
Exactly.
He lost the ball.
And it was disappointing.
Yeah, that has something to do with pressure and, his mentality that I have to be the leader. But at the end of the day, that's fundamentals.
And exactly. And I think that ties back to what I was saying about his physicality. Guys, he has so much potential. He has so much he can do. And I think that sometimes it works against him in a way. So he needs to learn how to hone his skills right, and then he can truly become that elite player.
And the second weakness I have is actually something that, a lot of people don't bring up.
All right.
But me and you discuss this a lot.
What?
And I'm sure if you follow us on Twitter, Twitter below.
Right here.
You notice. The biggest thing I feel like D'Lo has in his head right now is the media's impression, right? The man is working his ass off to show that, the Nick Young thing's behind him, right? This is his team now. Luke's here. He's going to do his best to lead the team. But the issue is, yes, you should take media into consideration to be the chip on your shoulder, but that should not be everything you're thinking about. And that personally, I feel contributes to some of these turnovers.
No, exactly. He's trying to prove too much at one point. He's trying to show to the people that, hey, you know what? I'm not a bust. I'm not what you think I am. I am that good player. And I think that works against him. It's something that even the greatest players like LeBron James have had to deal with. Just the media.
And even the worst players like Dwight Howard.
Exactly. So, yeah. You had to pull that in, huh?
I had to.
But regardless, I think it's something he can work on. All these weaknesses that we're pointing out
improvable.
They're all improvable.
And that's what makes him the player with the highest ceiling.
Yeah, definitely. That's true. All right, guys. This next guy is my main man. I love Brandon Ingram. When we drafted him, I was so happy because he seamlessly fits into the squad. His rotation, it's just amazing. This man can do everything. The only weakness I see is his strength. But let's stick with the pros, yeah?
Yeah, all right.
This guy can shoot. This guy can shoot lights out. Sure, he missed a couple shots in the second game, but you can tell he's confident enough to make those shots. I mean, he's not afraid. When I saw him get out on that floor, he was not nervous about the moment at all. This is your first debut. You're 18 years old. You had 1 year under your belt in college, and he just came out lights out. He had no sign of tension.
Yeah, if you look at this guy, it's just the poise he contains with himself.
So calm.
Yeah, think about the first shot he made in Summer League.
Yeah.
It was like he's been playing in this league.
And you know, I saw D'Lo say, it just looks like he's unnerved. He looks like effortless.
Right, and then if you even think what Larry Nance said, man, this guy looks like an NBA player.
Looks like an NBA.
Like, yeah, he's not the biggest, strongest guy, but he plays like he's been in the league.
Nance called his dad too, saying, man, he's the real deal. So,
Pops, where you at?
Pops, where you at? So, you know, I'm really optimistic about that part of his game. Obviously, we knew he was a great three-point shooter, and he's only proving to become better.
The next thing I want to bring up, which is actually one of the things Sami observed the most about Brandon Ingram that caught my attention, was his ball handling.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this guy's 6'10", and he dribbles like Ben Simmons. Very, 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 very underrated dribbler. He is. I actually, personally, from what I've seen in these last 2 Summer League games, he's the best ball handler out of that little group right now. Doesn't turn it over, has poise, knows that if he doesn't feel comfortable going through a few defenders, he'll hold it, take his time, pass it, or he'll make a return dribble. And that's very, for a rookie to feel that way, who's 6'10".
To be that tall and to be able to have that handle. Kevin Durant even said that. That's why he loves Porzingis, because Porzingis at that height, he's not bad with the ball either. So now I give props to that. And there's just one last pro, man.
What's up?
Dude's smart. Dude is smart, not just because he went to Duke. He's smart because he makes the right decisions on the court, something that D'Angelo Russell and Julius Randle, and to an extent Jordan Clarkson, suffered with. Those guys weren't really smart with the ball. They caused a lot of turnovers. They forced some plays. And Brandon Ingram knows, maybe I shouldn't be taking this shot right now. He's not going to go force it and just make an ill-advised shot. He's really smart, calm, and collected about every decision he makes. And I know, oh my gosh, he's saying this from just 2 Summer League games, but it's something that you can tell.
Right, and I mean, we're not just high beasting him, right?
Definitely.
That ties back into his poise. I mean, be a Laker fan or a Laker hater, you cannot deny this guy has the most poise in this draft. He has everything you want from a rookie. He's an ideal rookie.
He's just confident, man. Just confident.
Yeah, if you look at his last Duke game where they lost in March Madness, dude was crying. Upset that he lost. But Brandon, on the other hand, takes things seriously. He takes everything he does seriously.
And he gets that across by being very vocal. You know, his coach told him in college, you need to be more vocal. That's the reason this Duke team didn't make it to the championship. It's because the team it was relatively quiet. So when I was watching the Summer League game, I saw him yelling. He was like, you go here, you go there, you come here. And, you know, it's his second game. He's a rookie. I mean, it's crazy. I'm just so happy that we have a player that's going to be that leader. And obviously, you know, personally, I think D'Lo's the leader, but he's that guy that can step in and say, we're going out of bounds.
He could be a locker room presence.
Oh, yeah.
So, me and Sami have been gushing about Brandon Ingram. And you can't blame us. We as Laker fans are excited with this
I love
sport.
him. You know, honestly, I think he's a KD. Optimistically.
Right, but we've been gushing, but we do watch the game in full and we notice weaknesses.
Yeah, we do.
Obviously, from his physicality, we both know strength. But it's not weak in the way me and you think. Like, oh, since he's small boned, he's weak. I mean, once again, Larry Nance, he said Brandon Ingram throws all his weight in. He throws his whole body on the line. And that sometimes can be more important than maybe a 200 guy putting maybe 90 pounds of force in, right? But the weakness is that at the end of the day, his lower body is not where other NBA players are.
And that only comes with development. He's 18, still growing into his body. But this is as of now, guys. So if you guys think that we're dogging his game because of it, it's only because he's small right now. In time, he will eventually grow and he will become stronger, as did Durant, as did the other lanky players.
And just to pinpoint, maybe Brandon Ingram watches this.
Yeah, you know, if you're watching this, Brandon Ingram, really, it's kind of hard to pick some weaknesses in your game. I'm not gonna lie.
Tough. We had to sit for a second.
We had to sit for a second. It's really just toughness, and other than that, you know, just see how you pan out.
But
acting as if he's actually watching right now. Man, what the hell? Anyways.
Pinning back to some points of the game where we could highlight. If you notice, there's a few plays where he got bodied by a screen. Bodied completely. When I mean bodied, I mean like straight pushed back. And I mean that's just also kind of not being used to that type of NBA physicality.
Exactly, it's a different game.
You know, for a skinny player especially, that's the biggest thing they can improve on. So nothing much to worry about. But currently, it's a weakness.
So far, the weaknesses haven't been anything major. Even for D'Lo, things they can improve on. All right, so this next guy, my main man, Larry Nance Jr.
Larry!
Man, I love this guy. When he came on and he started playing, I saw that this guy could hustle. He goes and does things that some players just don't do. Yeah. He goes out there, steals the ball, he jumps for those tough rebounds, and he just shows that, you know what, our team's losing right now, but I'm going to try my hardest to bring back the momentum.
Right, I mean, the historic Summer League dunk that riled up the troops.
Oh,
man.
Yo, Jay, you got to play that real quick.
Hey, Jay, play it real quick
right now. I hope you guys enjoyed that dunk, because we sure did, man. I mean, when he did that, you have to realize, I was sitting there just devastated because we were getting blown out.
He was crying.
Yeah, man. Literally, tears. And I was like, this is terrible, man. After yesterday's blowout performance in New Orleans, what's happening?
But you know what happened after that dunk, ladies and gentlemen? We both got up. Hold me back. Hold me back, man. Hold me back.
I mean, there's so many pros we can talk about. Let's just get right to it, right? Let's get right to it.
All right, man. Number one pro, baby.
Oh, big time, big time.
Defense.
Woo! Doesn't come often.
It does not in the NBA. Often. But he locked that boy Ben Simmons up.
How many steals? Can you repeat it for me?
7.
Oh, 7?
7.
Is that real?
7.
Oh my gosh.
7.
Oh my gosh.
7 steals, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
that is not a typo.
That is crazy.
And 4 on Ben Simmons, by the way, mind you.
All right. Nope. He's the Ben Simmons kryptonite.
Kryptonite. He's saying it right now. Right here, all right? Man, when you look at defense, that's something is the hardest thing to teach.
Oh yeah.
Hardest. It's either you got it or you don't, and this man, Larry Nance, has it. He's blocking people. Oh, yeah. He's guarding a very versatile Ben Simmons.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And Larry Nance is a power forward. You want to expect something like that from one of what is supposed to be the quickest big men in the game.
He has a good stance as well.
Perfect stance. Has that NBA fundamental that, you know, honestly, only people who have dads in the NBA can really teach. That's something that once you play in the league, it's like you kind of figure out how to do.
And you know, it really transitions well into his hustle. He really has the heart and toughness to go and do things. I know I'm repeating myself because I can't say this enough. It does not come around often. You don't know how many playoffs games I'm sitting and I'm like, bro, this is boring as hell.
Die for it.
Yeah, die for the game, bro. And you know what? Like you said, his dad was in the NBA. So I feel like he's like, you know what? My dad was a big time guy. I'm playing for the Lakers right now. I have something to prove.
Right.
Just like I said, every player has a chip on their shoulder. Don't count out Larry Nance. This dude's fighting for that starting spot. All right, so this was something that caught a lot of people by surprise, but I noticed it in his game immediately. This guy does have a jumper, ladies and gentlemen, and he can shoot the 3. Only thing is, he wasn't as confident last season. He wasn't taking those shots. He was more hesitant. Today I saw him, even when he didn't hit the 3s, when he was just waiting to get passes, he was just standing at the 3-point line, like, give me the ball, give me the ball. And when he did get the ball, he made a splash. And his jump shot didn't look broke either.
And you know what that tells me? Is that he's willing to expand his game.
Oh yeah.
You know? He notices that it's a 3-point game and that him just being a hustle guy won't get him a starting job.
Exactly.
Right? But that's something in developing a 3-point shot, mad props. That's something people who are like stars in the league, Blake Griffin can't even do.
He's trying so hard.
I personally feel Larry Nance has the upside to do. Become a Blake Griffin, but upside. I'm not saying he will become, but he has the potential to.
He does. He has all the fundamentals that Blake Griffin has, and we can go on for a whole video about that. But just take our word on this. This man's the truth if he really sticks to what he's continually showing.
And we're not being hype beasts. This has been something that we and Sami have consistently said.
We're not hype beasts. Let's get right to the weaknesses.
So, tying back into his beautiful, newly expanded jump shot.
He's Steph Curry.
But no, tying back into it, I've noticed occasionally he does take very bad shots, especially in the post. He doesn't really have a post game yet, and that's something, you know, he has proven to show that he can expand to. But right now I really haven't seen much of a post game. Once he puts his back to the basket and tries to make some type of hook shot, it usually doesn't turn out well. So that's one of the biggest weaknesses I see.
And he has the potential to do what you're saying.
100%.
Also, another weakness that this guy has is, you just said he's really good at defense, but sometimes he's too good for his own good, meaning that he overdoes it. He causes mismatches out there. Like, okay, let's talk about this game today. He was supposed to be guarding, who was it?
Ben,
yeah. And he just mismatched it.
Right, he switched onto a McConnell. Let D Russ stick on Ben.
Exactly.
And you know, especially when the game's when it's tight.
Close, you
can't have someone that impeding on on D Russ.
Exactly, and not to say that it's a terrible thing because he did keep up with his man a bit, but come on, to a certain extent, you can only do so much with that mismatch.
So I mean, that's just kind of like a rookie mentality.
That is a rookie mentality. That shows that it's about coaching too at the same time. Eventually, he'll get coached to learn. Okay, I need to stay with my man.
That's all in practice. You get, the more you play games, the more you get through the NBA flow. You notice switches. You notice that I know I could stop this guy right now, but I have to stick on my man. Discipline.
That's back in old school days. Isaiah Thomas, back when he played with he only played with the Pistons. He said that, you know, back in my day, it was only man-to-man defense. They didn't have zone coverage like they do today. So if you didn't guard your man, you were in trouble by the team because that was your responsibility.
Right.
Something that Larry Nance should learn.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows. It's just a matter of discipline. He'll get that soon. Yeah. He's a very, you know, he's proven to be a very disciplined man. So,
work ethic. So, you know, again, all the weaknesses we're listing are not killer careers. They can help you. I mean, he can definitely improve. One more thing, guys. I don't want y'all to think we forgot our main man, Ivica Zubac. Or Zubaka. Or Zublaka. Or Shakur.
Or Marcus Hole.
Or Marcus Hole. That's a very, very worthy option. That's a topic for another video.
Once again, man, I just want to clarify really quick. Okay. We have a lot of content coming.
Yep.
A lot.
So
I mean, you see these videos and you're like, oh, why aren't they getting in more detail? You see these? We the Laker guys. We got you.
We got a lot of stuff. Honestly, I can't emphasize that enough. This channel has so much variety, especially with the summer league, the free agency move, the potential trades. I don't want to give away our topics because I don't want anybody stealing it.
Yeah, man. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So all I'm trying to say is, you know, stay tuned, please. We got a lot of content. That's all I can say.
Just one more thing. I know I keep adding stuff. Thank you so much to the 400 subscribers. You know what? That means so much that you guys want to be part of the Laker guys family. If you guys can just keep spreading it, keep letting people know, we're trying to make this big, guys.
Listen, man, we have big visions with this channel. We really, really want to connect with you guys because we really haven't seen that medium yet where fans can connect with other fans and just comment down below and just hang out in a sense.
Exactly. So, I mean, 403 weeks, it really shows that people want to do this. We appreciate it, man. We love y'all. We just want to keep making more videos for you guys.
And as always, like if you like the video, dislike because I do like to see what they think, you know.
Yeah.
Don't be wishy-washy. I hate wishy-washy. Comment.
And please subscribe.
And yes, as always. So that's been real. It's your boy Sammy, aka Laker Boy Ace, signing out.
Laker Boy Waldo, see you later.
I hate Boy Howard. Next!